My grandmother, I remember at a very young age, my grandmother taught us my brother and I, a few Armenian short prayers to say before we go to sleep. And for years I was saying it, and you know, when you're a kid, you're like, I mean, you don't know why you're saying it, when you're young. You just know that your grandmother cares about you and she must know something you don't, you know. And she was a sweet, sweet woman. Um, and so I remember that being my first um, faith related kind of thing. As I grew older, there's a few things. Knowing the history of my people as the first Christian nation was a blessing and a curse.
Mm.
As an Armenian, modern Armenian, I've realized it's a blessing and a curse. A blessing because it kept our culture alive through assimilation, attacks from the Mongols to the Ottomans, before that, the Persians and the Romans and the Greek Empire. We were in the middle of every empire. Um, we still are, unfortunately. Um, and so it kept us who we are. It became our identity because everyone around us wasn't. They were either Zoroastrian to start with or then later on Muslim.
Yeah.
Um,
And that region also had some of the Bobbyism and the Baha'i faith and some of those
Correct.
from there too,
Yeah,
right?
I actually have a lot of Baha'i friends here in LA. But yeah, a lot of ancient, monotheistic, also multi-theistic, polytheistic, I should say, religions stemmed from the area, which is very interesting. But it was also a curse because we got persecuted for it. In a way, we still do, get persecuted for being Christian. And so so that was another realization, religion based. But as I grew older, I became more interested in um, the universality of all things, the truthfulness behind universality of all things. If this is true here, it should be true everywhere. And so that led me into anywhere from kind of animism to Buddhism to learning about different religions. And what I've not collated, but what I firmly believe has a lot more to do with indigenous spirituality than anything else. What Native Americans believed, what Aborigines believed. But they're all very common because they were all nature-based religions. And that basically drew characters out of our solar system, the Earth having a maternal kind of thing, the
Mhm.
sun having a paternal thing. And so, and I've always loved the combination of spirit that moves through all things and creator, two functions of one being, God, right? But I've loved them more than the word God because the word God has almost been abused historically.
Sure.
Um, that's how much I'll offer on that for now.
Yeah, fantastic.